fabled heat, where magic meets desire. Subscribe to ignite the fantasy.
The fluorescent lights buzzed like angry wasps overhead, flickering just enough to make the headache behind my eyes pulse harder. The convenience store was empty, save for the hum of refrigerators and the faint scent of stale coffee that clung to everything. My shift at the 24-hour Quick Mart was supposed to be mindless stock shelves, ring up cigarettes and energy drinks, avoid eye contact with the occasional drunk stumbling in after last call. But then he walked in. The bell above the door jingled and the air shifted, like the world had taken a sudden, shallow breath. He stood in the doorway, backlit by the neon glow of the parking lot, his silhouette tall and lean, draped in a worn leather jacket that looked like it had weathered 1,000 storms. When he stepped inside, the light caught his face, and my throat went dry. He had the kind of beauty that didn't belong in a place like this. Dark curls framed a face that was all sharp angles and soft edges, a contradiction carved in flesh. His eyes were the color of storm clouds, gray and endless, with flecks of gold that glowed faintly under the flickering lights. They locked onto mine, and I felt it like a physical touch, a warm hand brushing the nape of my neck. "Evening," he said, his voice a low rumble that vibrated in my chest. I swallowed. "Hi." He moved toward the coffee station, his boots scuffing against the linoleum. There was something unnatural about the way he walked, graceful and deliberate, as if the ground itself rearranged to meet his footsteps. I stared, my fingers freezing mid-task on the register. "Rough night?" he asked, glancing at me over his shoulder as he poured coffee into a paper cup. "You could say that." I forced myself to look away, fidgeting with a stack of receipts. "You're out late." He smirked, a faint dimple appearing in his cheek. "Couldn't sleep. Felt like I was needed somewhere." The way he said it, like a secret, like a promise, made my pulse skip. Then the door burst open again. 3 men in ski masks stormed in, guns raised. My heart lurched into my throat. One of them slammed the butt of his pistol against the security monitor, shattering the screen. "Hands where I can see him," the leader barked, swinging his gun toward me. I froze, but the stranger didn't flinch. He set his coffee down slowly, his eyes never leaving mine. "It's okay," he murmured, so softly I almost didn't hear it. The robber nearest him snarled. "Shut the hell up." He fired a warning shot into the ceiling, and then everything happened at once. The stranger stepped forward, his hands raised, but not in surrender. It was more like an offering, a beckoning. The air crackled, and for a heartbeat, I swear I smelled rain and incense. Another gunshot rang out. No, the bullet tore through the stranger's chest. He stumbled, gasping, blood blooming across his white shirt like a grotesque rose. I screamed, but the sound was drowned out by the robber's shouting, by the clatter of the cash drawer being yanked open. The stranger collapsed against the snack aisle, his breath labored. His eyes found mine again, and in them I saw no fear. Only sorrow, only recognition. "Don't," I whispered, though I didn't know what I was pleading for. The robbers fled, the door swinging shut behind them. I scrambled over the counter, my knees hitting the floor beside him. His blood seeped into the denim of my jeans, warm and sticky. "Why would you do that?" My voice trembled. "You could have just stayed back. They weren't aiming at you." He cupped my cheek, his thumb brushing away a tear I hadn't realized I'd shed. His touch sent a shockwave through me, electric and ancient. "You're safe," he rasped. "That's all that matters." His hand fell, his eyelids fluttering. Panic clawed at my ribs. "Stay with me." I pressed my palm to his wound, but the blood kept flowing. "What's your name? Tell me your name." His lips curved faintly. "You already know it." Then his body went still. I sobbed, shaking him, but he didn't stir. And then his skin began to glow. Golden light pooled beneath my fingers, the blood drying and flaking away. The wound closed, flesh knitting itself back together like time reversing. His chest rose suddenly with a sharp inhale, and his eyes flew open, the gold in them blazing like sunlight. I recoiled, scrambling backward. "What the hell?" He sat up, grimacing as he touched his now unmarred chest. "I didn't mean to frighten you. You were dead." My voice cracked. "Who are you?" He hesitated, then sighed. "I've gone by many names, but you." He looked at me with unbearable tenderness. "You called me Jesus once, when you were 6. In a church pew clutching a stuffed lamb." My blood turned to ice. Memories flickered, a Sunday school lesson, a stained glass window, a warmth in my chest I'd long forgotten. "That's impossible," I breathed. He stood, towering over me, his shadow stretching across the floor like wings. "The world's ending, Clara," he said quietly, "and I need your help to stop it."